The girl has a rare disease that will kill her if she doesn't stay in contact with animals. So to get to pet fluffy animals every single day, she got a job as a keeper at an animal sanctuary. Little did she know the animals under her care are far from ordinary. The Moken tiger, whose belly she uses as a pillow, is the federal marshal. The platinum giant lion, whose tail she plays with, is the imperial prince. The azure falcon, whose wings she uses as a coat, is the battlefield commander. The entire interstellar community that saw this was completely stunned, because the animal sanctuary where the girl works was built by orcs holding key positions in federal departments, and even members of the royal family. Its purpose is to help them safely get through their evolution period. You should know that during the evolution process, they will randomly enter a beast form state, lose their human consciousness, and completely turn into wild beasts. Orcs that have turned into wild beasts will never allow anyone to get close to them, let alone have such intimate contact with them. Right now, a Moken tiger that just fought a ferocious beast is lying under a tree covered in wounds, licking its injuries. All of a sudden, he sees a tiny human walking towards him. This made the already bloodthirsty Moken tiger immediately growl lowly in alert, but his low warning didn't seem to work at all. Liang He found this hilarious instantly. This little guy is really good at scaring people, but Liang He has no idea at all that the little guy she's talking about is the federal marshal, the 3S class orc Shenga. Seeing Liang He getting closer and closer to him, the Moken tiger growled again in disbelief, trying to scare off this audaciously bold human in front of him. But no one expected. Liang He didn't back off at all because of the scare. She growled right back at the Moken tiger instead, and her roar was even louder than his. Hearing what sounded like a fellow species roar, the Moken tiger was so shocked he froze on the spot. It's not hard to tell that this silly fuzzy head is full of question marks, so he unconsciously let Liang He walk up to him, and even let her bandage his wounds. Seeing this, Liang He was super proud of herself. The majesty of a tigress is not to be provoked. Liang He took out the first aid kit she prepared earlier and started giving the Moken tiger emergency wound treatment. Then she showered the Moken tiger with crazy compliments. "Ah, you're such a good, cute little baby." He was so flattered he didn't know what to do. In the end, he just gave up and let her do whatever she wanted. After she finished bandaging the Moken tiger's wounds, she even took the chance to pet the big cat thoroughly. Gotta say, the short fur feels super amazing. It's smooth and glossy. Liang He used every cat petting trick she knew, and somehow managed to make the Moken tiger's pair of glowing golden vertical pupils turn into round little golden suns from all the petting. Smelling the unique, comforting, and secure scent coming from Liang He, the Moken tiger lay lazily in the grass and squinted his eyes comfortably. His previously fidgety tail also slowly calmed down. Inside the control room, the staff who saw this scene were all stunned. You have to understand, no one has ever been able to get close to the marshal when he's in beast form. But this new keeper didn't just do that. Right now, she's even boldly using the marshal's belly as a pillow to sunbathe. Hua An, the head of the sanctuary, looked at Liang He and fell silent. He knew the new keeper was called Liang He, and she came from Blue Star. Blue Star is an ancient planet that only joined the Interstellar Federation not long ago. Today was also her first day at work. She's already this capable without even going through training. After a while, Liang He woke up from hunger. Luckily, when she entered the sanctuary, she brought a lot of meat, fruits, and vegetables with her. So she turned around and walked towards her aircraft. Seeing Liang He leave, the Moken tiger followed her footsteps without hesitation and had no intention of leaving at all. Considering the wounds on the Moken tiger's body, Liang He walked very slowly, so the human and the tiger were like taking a stroll, walking slowly and leisurely. But this once again shocked the people in the control room speechless. It looked like Liang He was walking a dog. When they arrived in front of the aircraft, Liang He opened the trunk. Then she took out 2 big pieces of raw meat, cut them into small pieces with the knife she carried with her, poured them into a basin, and placed it in front of the Moken tiger. Wait, what is she doing? Does she think just because she can get close to the marshal will eat the meat she feeds him? That's so ridiculous. But the next second, the people in the control room couldn't hold back their shock, because their marshal was actually gobbling up the food Liang He gave him. After Liang He fed the Moken tiger until he was full, she took a fresh keeping box out of the trunk for herself, then took 2 heating packs to warm up her meal. There were actually more convenient nutrient paste available, but Liang He couldn't stand the taste of it. So yeah, Only fresh food can satisfy your taste buds. The full Moken tiger curiously approached Liang He, sniffing the nice smell coming from her lunchbox, and pawed at the ground a couple times. Is getting a little restless. This is my dinner. You can't have any. Liang He gently pushes the big head of the Moken King tiger away and gives the fur on his head a casual rub. Then explains to him patiently, "Cutie, my food has salt in it, and all kinds of seasonings too. If you eat it, you'll not only lose fur, it's also bad for your health. Don't even think about it. No, you can't, okay? Be a good boy, yeah?" Seeing he can't get what he wants, the Moken King tiger starts acting cute and coquettish. Rolling all over the floor, Liang He's heart is almost melted by how cute he is. He puts down his lunchbox and hugs the big tiger right away and takes several deep sniffs against his forehead. "How can you be this cute? I love you so much." Suddenly kissed, the Moken King tiger blinks his innocent golden pupils and licks his paw a little awkwardly. Everyone in the control room has their worldview shattered again. He actually kissed the marshal. How dare he? Wait, isn't the point that the marshal didn't swat him to death with one paw? At this moment, Huo An, head of the reserve, can't sit still anymore and immediately orders his subordinates, "Go find a few more people from Blue Planet. He wants to run a test." Liang He can get close to the beast-transformed marshal and even make the marshal change this much. Is this an isolated case? Or can other Blue Planet people do the same? If it's not an isolated case, then their reserve can hire more Blue Planet people, right? To protect the beast-transformed beastmen. At the very least, they can get them to cooperate with treatment when they're injured. Veterinarian Shui immediately gets what Hoan is thinking. But unfortunately, he's gonna be disappointed. Shui shakes his head gently and sighs helplessly. "Besides Liang He, we hired Blue Planet people before too, without exception. They couldn't get close to the beast-transformed beastmen." Hearing this, Huo An, who's sitting in front of the monitor, stares at the footage of Liang He and the marshal and thinks for a moment. When Liang He leaves the reserve, "Tell him to come see me." Unaware that he's being watched, Liang He finishes his dinner, packs up his stuff, and gets ready to go back to the service area. As soon as Liang He gets on the aircraft, he feels a heavy weight behind him. He turns around and comes face to face with a big cat face. His golden pupils look at the aircraft warily and curiously. "Cutie, are you coming back with me?" Seeing the Moken King tiger sitting still in the back, Liang He happily closes the aircraft door, switches to hover mode, and flies towards service area number 7. When they arrive at the service area, Xu Yi, who rushed over immediately, has been waiting for a long time, although Liang He already treated the Moken King tiger's wounds. Just to be safe, it's better to have a professional vet check them. But the second the aircraft door opens, the Moken King tiger gets agitated. He obviously smells Xu Yi's scent. Sensing the big tiger's restlessness, Liang He doesn't even have time to say hi to Xu Yi, and immediately gets off the aircraft to hug the Moken King tiger. All right, he's not a bad guy. Be good, don't get mad, okay?" Liang He's voice is super gentle. The Moken King tiger, who was roaring at Xu Yi just now, actually calms down slowly. Xu Yi is amazed by what he sees. "Liang He, the Moken King tiger, is injured. I need to examine him. Can you help take him to the treatment room?" Of course, as a breeder, this is part of Liang He's job. The Moken King tiger nuzzles Liang He's palm affectionately, while Xu Yi wisely walks ahead to lead the way. They soon arrive at the treatment room. Liang He tries to guide the Moken King tiger inside. Seeing Liang He walk in first, the Moken King tiger flicks his big tail and looks around. After confirming it's safe, he lifts his big cat paw and walks towards Liang He. Liang He follows Xu Yi's instructions and walks to the scanner console. He originally planned to slowly coax the Moken King tiger onto it, but unexpectedly, the Moken King tiger wants to see what he's doing and jumps onto the scanner on his own. Ho An and the others in the control room are too shocked to react anymore. Just now, when Cedric tried to attack Xu Yi, they were all on edge, and the next second they see Liang He hugging him, and he actually gives up attacking and is now cooperating so obediently. You have to know this goes against a wild beast's natural instinct. Looking at the scan results, Liang He can't help frowning. Unexpectedly, besides the few new wounds from today, the Moken King tiger has even more old wounds. Xu Yi doesn't dare go inside. Liang He simply takes the results and walks to the door. Want to ask the Moken King tiger? Why are there so many old injuries? All these wounds were left from its previous fights. It won't cooperate with the treatment. Old wounds keep getting new ones added on top. This goes on in a cycle. There's really nothing I can do about it. As a 3S class beastman, fighting is a mission ingrained in their bones. Like the Mojin tiger, once it spots a ferocious beast, it will hunt it down immediately. It still needs proper treatment no matter what. But Liang He is a breeder, not a veterinarian. Every profession has its own specialized expertise, so he could only turn to Shu Yi for help. Liang He pondered for a moment, as if he had made up his mind. Dr. Shu, could you make a treatment plan? I'll help you carry it out. I'll stay with the Mojin tiger the entire time. Shu Yi was so happy that he agreed right away. The Mojin tiger inside the room kept its eyes fixed on Liang He the whole time. Seeing that he hadn't come in for ages, it started getting restless again. The Mojin tiger slowly walked over to Liang He. It rubbed its big head against his neck, acting all coquettish. But its golden vertical pupils glowed with a dangerous light. It stared at Shu Yi with clear hostility, looking exactly like it was guarding its favorite food. Sensing the danger, Shu Yi immediately ran off as fast as he could. The moment he left, the atmosphere went back to being harmonious. Why did Dr. Shu run so fast? Liang He tilted his head, staring at Shu Yi's disappearing back in confusion. Then he gently stroked the Mojin tiger's ears. The Mojin tiger's ears felt ticklish from the stroking, so it shook its head unconsciously. Unexpectedly, it showered Liang He's face with fur. Liang He wiped his face speechlessly. Don't you think it's time for a fur brushing? Shedding this bad is really not okay. No time to waste, let's get to it. Liang He just went to fetch a basin of water and started wiping the dirt and blood off its body. Big kitties also love being clean, so it cooperated very well. Liang He changed the water 3 times before he wiped it completely clean. Then he started brushing its fur. You have way too much loose fur. Didn't the previous breeders brush you at all? The breeders being complained about were totally frustrated. Do you think we don't want to brush the marshal's fur? It's obviously the marshal who won't let us touch him at all. The Mojin tiger lay down comfortably, exposing its belly, to make it easier for Liang He to brush the fur on its stomach. It lazily propped itself up, its paws fully relaxed, its big fluffy tail wagging back and forth. Liang He found it so cute that he kissed its forehead several times. When all the fur was brushed properly, Liang He was also tired. The man and the tiger just lay down in the treatment room and slept soundly. It just fell asleep like that. The people in the control room watched Liang He using the tiger's belly as a pillow, looking at each other in shock and completely speechless. When he woke up after the nap, Liang He felt sore all over his waist and back. He stretched for quite a while before he felt better. The Mojin tiger, who had woken up long ago, saw him get up and immediately stood up too. It crouched low and stretched lazily. Then it walked towards the door. Liang He was the one who closed the door last night. When the people in the control room saw that, they were nervous for quite a while. After all, ferocious beasts hate being kept in enclosed spaces. Closing the door is a very dangerous move. But when the Mojin tiger saw Liang He close the door, it only lifted its eyelids lazily and didn't react at all. When Liang He lay back on its belly again, it even switched to a more comfortable position. That left them totally speechless. Liang He tied up his hair, his ponytail flicking in the air. The moment he opened the door, the Mojin tiger was gone without a trace. Not long after, Shu Yi came over with a bed. Then he handed Liang He the medicine he'd prepared last night. His gaze unconsciously drifted towards the direction the Mojin tiger had disappeared. He asked somewhat expectantly and nervously, "Will the Mojin tiger come back? If it doesn't come back, all our work will have been for nothing." Even though he'd spent a friendly night with the Mojin tiger, this was Liang. His first time interacting with interstellar animals after all. He still needed to learn more about them. "Leave it with me first. Worst case, I'll go find it myself. I'll apply the medicine to it out in the wild." Hearing what he said, Shu Yi thought that was a pretty good idea. It's way better than them not being able to get close to it at all. All right, I have other work to do, so I have to head back to the main service area first. Can you manage on your own? This area is the Mojin tiger's territory. It doesn't like humans getting close, so there are no staff working in Service Area 7. Don't worry, Liang He looked completely confident. But Shu Yi and his colleagues in the control room were all worried about Liang He at the same time. After seeing Shu Yi off, Liang He stole a bit of lamb leg prepared for the Mojin Tiger King, planning to grill some lamb skewers, just when Liang He found a few small wooden sticks and whittled them into skewers to thread the lamb. A deep, slightly magnetic voice sounded right next to his ear. "Am I not too late?" Hearing someone come, Liang He quickly stood up from his chair. I'm Huan. I'm here to deliver supplies to you. Realizing Liang He might not know him, Huan didn't introduce himself too much. Instead, started carrying things off the aircraft. Ever since Liang He said last night that he'd stay to treat the Mojin Tiger King, Huan knew he wouldn't see Liang He for a while. So he just took the supply delivery job, just to catch a glimpse of Liang He. Thanks, you've gone through so much trouble. I'm Liang He. Seeing Huan start working away, Liang He felt a bit awkward and wanted to help too. But the impression that Blue Star people are super fragile was ingrained in Huan's mind. Huan wouldn't let him lift a finger no matter what. In the end, Liang He could only take out the seasonings Huan brought, planning to reward his hard-working co-worker with grilled lamb. Liang He used whatever was lying around and managed to put together a barbecue grill. The skewered lamb rolled over the charcoal fire, sizzling and oozing fat. As Liang He sprinkled on the seasonings little by little, the mouth-watering scent of grilled lamb hit their noses right away, enough to make anyone drool. After Huan finished assembling the extra-large king bed, he suddenly smelled a strong, amazing aroma. What's this called? Lamb skewers. Liang He suddenly remembered he was stealing food from a tiger's mouth. His cheeks flushed slightly, and he felt a little embarrassed. So he quickly handed the cooked lamb skewers to Huan. Huan sniffed the aroma of the lamb skewers gently, as if driven by some unknown force. He took a bite. The flavor filled his entire mouth. He finally understood why Blue Star people hate drinking nutrient paste. What kind of miserable life did he live before? How does it taste? After all, this isn't a proper barbecue on Blue Star, and we only have limited seasonings. Liang He waited nervously for the diner's feedback. It's delicious. Huan looked at the tiny amount of lamb skewers Liang He had, then glanced at the corner where the lamb prepared for the Mojin Tiger King was kept. Why don't you grill all of that? The Mojin Tiger King doesn't even like it anyway. We might as well finish it off, to avoid wasting it. To be honest, what Liang He had prepared wasn't even enough to fill the gaps between his teeth. Having successfully won over District Chief Huan's stomach, Liang He happily dragged all the lamb over, holding a small knife ready to get to work. This scared Huan so much that he quickly stuffed the entire lamb skewer into his mouth and stood up to help. Blue Star people are so fragile and tiny. How could they do this kind of heavy work? He should do it, obviously. After learning about Huan's huge appetite, Liang He glanced at the wooden skewers in front of him and realized they probably wouldn't meet the demand for his huge appetite. So he simply added 2 more dishes. We can't just eat lamb skewers anyway. Let's grill a whole lamb leg and make a lamb soup too. Probably still shocked by how good the lamb skewers were, Huan didn't object to Liang He's suggestion. He was only excited for it. Not long after, Liang He cut a small piece off the grilled lamb leg and handed it to Huan. He had been waiting impatiently to eat the delicious food, didn't care that it was burning hot, and stuffed it right into his mouth. The juicy, tender grilled lamb burst with flavor in his mouth instantly. His tongue picked up the unique charred aroma from the charcoal grilled lamb. Huan instantly understood what true satisfaction felt like. Just when he was about to get a bowl of lamb soup, a deafening roar echoed across the entire reserve. The Heijin Tiger King came back to find his home raided and roared furiously at Huan. His tiger eyes looked mighty and intimidating. His outstretched claws were ready to strike, just waiting for the right moment to slash the enemy's throat open. Wow, Heijin Tiger King, did you go hunting? That's so amazing. This unexpected compliment immediately diffused the tense atmosphere between the man and the tiger. The Heijin Tiger King looked at Liang He in confusion and saw him staring at his hunted prey with sparkling eyes. He immediately pushed the prey in front of Liang He. Roar, take it, eat it. Huan knew yesterday that the Heijin Tiger King treated Liang He differently, but when he saw it with his own eyes and experienced it himself, he still couldn't help but say, Heijin Tiger King, you huge hypocrite. You're giving these to me. Liang He looked at the wild rabbit and farmed chicken on the ground in surprise, because ferocious beasts don't eat food fed by humans. But the reserve was worried they can't always catch suitable prey, so they regularly release some live animals for them as hunting targets for ferocious beasts. Black Gold King Tiger, you're so amazing. When it comes to fluffy creatures, Liang He never holds back his praise. On top of that, he even leaned over the king mark on the Black Gold King Tiger's head and left a sweet kiss there. The praised Black Gold King Tiger actually didn't blame Huoan for sneaking into his territory anymore, walked gently over to Liang He, who was preparing to process the chicken, stretched lazily, and laid down right next to him. So the marshal went hunting specially for Liang He. He was obviously super mad just now, but one compliment from Liang He made him surrender immediately. The staff in the central control room not only had to resist the temptation of the eating show, but also had to bear the double standards of the Black Gold King tiger. They were so envious that they teared up and salivated at the same time. Oblivious that he made his coworkers feel a sense of crisis, Liang He, who they were making up wild theories about, had just finished cleaning the chicken at this point. He planned to make a roast chicken and make an extra snack for the Black Gold King tiger. "Let me feel your little belly, okay?" Liang He gently stroked the Black Gold King tiger's soft belly. After confirming he had already eaten lunch, he decided to add some vegetarian food for him. As a big cat, the Black Gold King tiger needs to eat hairball prevention grass to help with digestion. Besides that, Liang He also prepared a big watermelon for him. Seeing the Black Gold King tiger obediently eating the fruit Liang He prepared for him and the grass, Huoan confirmed once again that Liang He was definitely the one getting special treatment. "I'm so jealous, Liang, he gets to touch the marshal's belly. I'm sick of talking about his double standards. When will it be my turn?" Wait, Liang He is kinda sneaky, huh? He snuck medicine into the watermelon. To get the Black Gold King tiger to take his medicine obediently, Liang He specially cut the watermelon into a fruit platter and sprinkled the medicine Shu Yi prepared on top. The sweetness of the watermelon covered up the taste of the medicine. The Black Gold King tiger, who trusted Liang He completely, was tricked into eating the medicine just like that. Everyone watching was completely stunned. This new keeper has so many crazy tricks up his sleeve. "Oh, right, Brother Huo. Can I ask you something? All my friends back in my hometown are super curious about interstellar fluffy creatures. Can I post on the new web some pictures and videos of the animals in the reserve so they can enjoy the fun of cloud petting interstellar fluffy creatures? People from Blue Star don't want to leave their hometown, but they are also curious about other planets." Liang He also wanted to record his life this way, but he didn't know the reserve's rules very well, so he didn't dare to act rashly. Sure, but you can't force the animals to do anything. As the district director, Huoan actually knew that a lot of people post photos they take in the reserve on the new web to earn a little money from the content, so Liang He's request was totally reasonable. As for why he wasn't worried about information leaks, the existence of SSS class orcs like the Black Gold King tiger, of course it's because as far as enemies are concerned, this is already exposed public information. Also, you better not show your face. Compared to orcs in their beast form, the Black Gold King tiger is more worried about Liang He's safety right now. He looks so weak. It's only natural to worry someone might try to hurt him. No problem as for showing his face. Liang He didn't like being the center of attention anyway. He only wanted to share the joy of petting fluffy creatures and record his life. That's why he had this idea. Everyone enjoyed the meal a lot. Their mouths were full of grease. After the Black Gold King tiger swallowed the last piece of watermelon into his mouth, Liang He got ready to take him to the treatment room to change his bandages. "Black Gold King tiger, come here, let's change your bandages." Hearing Liang He's call, the Black Gold King tiger slowly stood up, sharpened his claws a little, glared warily at Huoan across the room, huffed unhappily, then immediately turned and ran towards the treatment room. Huoan, who was openly rejected, tugged at the corner of his mouth silently and started cleaning up the mess. He also carried the remaining supplies from the aircraft, bit by bit to the door of the treatment room. Liang He looked at the double bed in the treatment room and figured they thought the Black Gold King tiger might sleep next to him, so they specially prepared a big bed. That was big enough for one person and one tiger. "Okay, sweetie, I'm gonna cut the old gauze off first. Don't move around, okay?" With Huoan gone, the Black Gold King tiger was extra relaxed. He slowly laid down next to Liang He, swishing his tail back and forth, and obediently cooperated while Liang He changed his bandages. As an SSS class orc, his natural healing ability is already very good, but with the specially formulated medicine from Shu Yi, the wound will obviously heal faster and better. Since the wound is still a little inflamed, there will be a slight stinging pain when I apply the medicine. Made the Black Gold King tiger a little uncomfortable, but Liang He told him not to move around randomly, so he stayed perfectly still. Only whimpered twice like a wronged little thing. hinting for Liang He to coax him a bit more. Liang He coaxed the Black Gold King tiger like he was a little kid, and that trick worked perfectly on him. The comforted Black Gold King tiger squinted his tiger eyes contentedly, waited obediently for the treatment to end. The people in the control room couldn't bear to watch. They really couldn't stand this scene. They all wondered when the marshal gets out of his beast form and regains full consciousness, if he'll be so embarrassed by his current behavior that he wants to bash his head against a wall and die. Okay, the medicine is all applied. Black Gold King tiger, don't sneak off to play with water these days, okay? Got it, huh? After getting a response, Liang He, who successfully finished the treatment, once again proved to Huoan and his colleagues how valuable he is. After saying goodbye to him, Huoan immediately returned to his office in the main service area and started reporting to his superiors. At the same time, Liang He planned to take the Black Gold King tiger around the area to take some photos. It'd be even better if they run into other fluffy animals. Fierce beast folk have fighting instincts carved into their bones, even though they've turned into wild beasts now, and no longer have human consciousness. When facing feral beasts, they will still step up to kill it without hesitation. The azure falcon, circling high in the sky, spread its wings that looked like they could block out the sun. Its sharp eagle eyes locked on one spot, dove down like a bolt of blue-black lightning, targeting two red-eyed hunting dogs. Weird, why is there a feral beast here? Liang He, who ran over following the Black Gold King tiger, stared at the fight in front of him with a deep frown. The falcon and the tiger each locked onto one hunting dog, cooperating with each other, determined to not let the enemies leave alive. And his question was exactly what the control room staff also wanted to know. That's the commander, Lord Azure Falcon. No wonder he detected the feral beast right away. The commander and the marshal are old partners, but right now they don't remember each other at all. Not sure if they can pull this off. We had a feral beast show up just yesterday, and now 2 more are here. They're obviously targeting us. We need to strengthen our security management. Huoan, who was still savoring the delicious food just now, took a big stride and stood right in front of the monitoring screen, gave orders with a gloomy face. Send the guard team over to support them immediately. The reserve does have a guard team. Normally, they won't interfere with the animals' lives. Their main duty is to protect the beast folk who have turned into wild beasts. After receiving the notice, the guard team will come to the rescue. Liang He stood where he was and didn't move. He just kept a close eye on the condition of the Black Gold King tiger and the Azure Falcon. This was also Liang He's first time seeing a fight between wild beasts and feral beasts. As the king of the jungle, the Black Gold King tiger's combat power is obviously very strong. He used both his jaws and claws, making the hunting dog howl in pain nonstop. Good thing Liang He treated the Black Gold King tiger's wounds yesterday. And he ate and drank his fill today. Otherwise, I'd really be worried he'd run out of energy. After learning another feral beast was spotted, veterinarian Shu Yi also rushed over and immediately spotted the tiny figure in the bottom left corner of the monitoring screen. Why is Liang He still standing there? Doesn't he know to run when there's danger? Hearing Shu Yi's concerned voice, Huoan just noticed that Liang He hadn't left the combat area at all, immediately grabbed the communicator to call Liang He. Liang He, who was fully focused on the Black Gold King tiger, and the others didn't hear Huoan's order at all. When he saw the third hunting dog appear out of nowhere, he pulled out his weapon, the slingshot, without hesitation. How dare you pick on my big kitty? Eat this. Whoosh. The slingshot fired a pellet straight at the hunting dog. The whack! The hunting dog swayed unsteadily. Its legs lost balance, and it just collapsed like that. What just happened? What is that thing Liang He is holding? How did he take down the hunting dog that fast? Everyone in the control room was seeing a slingshot as a weapon for the first time. They never expected that a tiny slingshot could take down a feral beast. Actually, the secret mainly lies in the pellets. Good thing I'm smart. Otherwise, my big kitty and the others would get hurt again. Ever since Liang He learned about the existence of feral beasts, he specially prepared a slingshot as a carry-on weapon and also made the pellets himself. Their main function is anesthesia. The moment the projectile hit the hound, it exploded right away. A super high dose of anesthetic instantly enveloped the hound, let alone a single hound. Even an elephant might not be able to handle it. After taking care of the first one, the battle situation went back to how it was at the very beginning. But Seeing that the black gold king tiger had lost a lot of fur from being bitten, Liang He couldn't help feeling a bit distressed. Just when Liang He was struggling with whether to keep fighting, the guard team had already arrived. The tiger and the eagle suddenly burst out with full force and took down the other 2 hounds directly. The black gold king tiger and azure blue falcon, who had just called off the combat alert, went back to their usual state and rejected any approach from humans. The black gold king tiger whined loudly. It suddenly heard Liang He's voice. The black gold king tiger didn't react for a second, until it clearly saw Liang He's figure. Then it whined and trotted happily right over to his side and started putting on a poor little act. All right. You're the bravest one ever. I'll make you something delicious when we get back. Looking at the messy fur on the black gold king tiger from being bitten, Liang He touched its big head distressedly, then took out a tissue and wiped the hound's blood off its mouth. The azure blue falcon that was just about to fly back to the sky was totally speechless at the black gold king tiger's behavior. Does this guy have no shame at all? It's actually acting cute towards a weak human. Hey, little falcon, you're still here too. Whose attention was caught by the azure blue falcon. That was ranting crazily inside, but acting calm outside. Liang He looked at the azure blue falcon that was grooming its feathers with its beak, and his eyes lit up, and trotted over to its side. Liang He, who had just been kindly reminded by the guard team, had already gently placed his little hand on the azure blue falcon's dark blue-black feathers, and looked at them with an innocent face. All of a sudden, the guard team, who got hit by the Blue Planet native's cute head tilt, stood rooted to the spot dragging the hounds, and didn't know what to do. Wait, no one told them? The new Blue Planet breeder was this cute. Wait, even Lord Azure Blue Falcon has fallen for him. Compared to the guard team who were shocked by his good looks, the people in the central control room were obviously much calmer. You know how it is with worldviews. They stabilize after being refreshed enough times. The azure blue falcon that was suddenly touched trembled slightly with its huge body. Its 2 talons subconsciously moved outward a little, then silently moved back again. Lord Azure Blue Falcon, after noticing Liang He couldn't reach his head, lowered his head on his own initiative. Wow, a superior actually took the initiative to lower his head. Am I actually allowed to see this kind of novel plot? Liang He had no idea that he and the Azure Blue Falcon were being shipped as a couple by everyone. Looked at the Azure Blue Falcon that was taller than him, grinning so wide his mouth almost split open. The black gold king tiger opened its jaws wide, but only gently bit onto Liang He's trouser leg and dragged him toward its side, obviously not wanting him to get too close to the Azure Blue Falcon. Whoa, black gold king tiger. Don't be so stingy, okay? I'm just petting the Azure Blue Falcon a little. When the Azure Blue Falcon saw Liang He was about to be pulled away, he got unhappy for a moment and bit the back of Liang He's collar with his beak. The 2 beasts just started arguing like this. Ah, my hair. Azure Blue Falcon. Easy, you bit my hair. Hearing Liang He's exclamation, a hint of confusion showed in the Azure Blue Falcon's sharp eyes, and he slowly released his beak after realizing what happened. Finally saving Liang He's beautiful hair, Liang He moved a little further away from the Azure Blue Falcon, which caught the falcon completely off guard. He thought he had made a huge mistake, and buried his head in his chest feathers sadly, looking all wronged. Poofed, are you shutting yourself down now? Liang He couldn't help laughing when he saw him like this. He couldn't hold it back after all, and reached out to pet his little head to comfort him. All right, my 2 great heroes. Want to go back for dinner? The tiger and the eagle answered in a rush, whining loudly, then glared fiercely at each other, obviously disliking each other a lot. If Liang He wasn't watching, they'd probably start fighting right away. I came in such a hurry. I forgot to bring my aircraft. Back then, when the Azure Blue Falcon sounded the alarm in the sky, the Black Gold King Tiger entered combat mode immediately and ran quickly toward the direction of the ferocious beasts. Liang He was afraid he'd miss it, so he could only run after them with his long legs. Azure Blue Falcon suddenly pressed his head against Liang He's neck and rubbed against him cutely like he was acting spoiled, then bent his talons and lowered his huge body. You want me to sit on your back? Liang He, who has spent years dealing with fluffy animals, immediately understood what the Azure Blue Falcon meant. He glanced at the Azure Blue Falcon's wide back. There was definitely more than enough space for him to sit. Wait a minute, Lord Azure Blue Falcon? There's no way they're actually letting Liang He ride on his back, right? Holy shit, is that for real? Even when the commander is fully conscious, He's never let anyone ride on his back before. No way, no freaking way. Liang He actually climbed onto Lord Cyan Falcon's back. Huan and all his co-workers just stared at Liang He in shock, treating their commander like a mount. A flying mount, no less. The second Liang He sat securely on Cyan Falcon's back. His folded wings suddenly snapped open. He flapped hard and blew a mouthful of dirt straight at the dark gold tiger. The dark gold tiger was just about to howl in anger and bite off a few falcon feathers when Cyan Falcon gave a light leap off the ground and soared into the sky. This was Liang, his first time riding a flying mount, so he gripped Cyan Falcon's feathers tightly with both hands. He felt the sharp, biting wind high above the ground. It felt just like sitting on a magic carpet. When the dark gold tiger saw the tiny, cute human he adored disappear from his sight, he frantically scraped the ground with his paws. Huffing and puffing, he ran full speed in the direction Cyan Falcon was flying. Liang He faintly heard the dark gold tiger's noise below. Only then remembering he had a tiger waiting for him, he looked down in the direction of the sound. The thrill of being so high up made him instantly pull his gaze back. Liang He felt a little guilty, subconsciously reached up to fix his messy hair, but when he remembered he was still flying midair, he decided to hold on to Cyan Falcon's feathers tighter instead. As Cyan Falcon, he knew the terrain way better than Liang He did. With just a few simple directions, he smoothly flew to the 7th service zone. Cyan Falcon dove down sharply and landed right on the service zone's square. The exciting yet smooth landing made Liang He's racing heart calm down instantly. Liang He patted Cyan Falcon's wing again, a satisfied smile tugging at his lips. He decided to make extra tasty food for him that night as a reward. Just then, the dark gold tiger, who was running late by a few minutes, also showed up at the 7th service zone. He immediately started fighting with Cyan Falcon the second he arrived. They were just comrades a second ago. Now they're acting like enemies. Beasts transformed from orcs have super strong territorial instincts. That's not weird. Oh no, why is Liang He still picking out ingredients over there? Go stop them right now. Look, those two are going to lose all their fur and feathers if they keep going. The staff in the central control room were panicking. Huan and Shushir, on the other hand, knew they were just messing around. They wouldn't actually hurt each other for real. So, they set their eyes on Liang He, who was picking out ingredients. They saw Liang He take the leftover wild rabbit from lunch, and the pork the service zone prepared specifically for beasts, prepped them, then set 2 big basins of food at the door. He also put out a fruit plate for each of them. All right, stop fighting, you two. Come over and eat right now. Hearing Liang He's call, the dark gold tiger and Cyan Falcon both stopped their attacks immediately. They glanced at the stone basins on the ground, then looked at each other. After snorting angrily at each other, they each walked over to their own food basin. After telling the 2 big beasts to eat quickly, Liang He turned around and picked up a piece of pork belly he'd set aside earlier. He was planning to make braised pork over rice. What tasty food is Liang He making now? Can pork even be eaten? The interstellar civilization hasn't developed much. When it comes to the food industry, especially when it comes to pork, everyone thinks it has a weird smell. That's super gross. That's just because interstellar people don't know how to process pork properly. That's why they think that. But Liang He is from Blue Planet. Pork is a super common ingredient for him, so he has no issues with it at all. He blanched the pork belly with ginger, scallions, and cooking wine, then fished it out. After rinsing it clean, he put it in a specially found iron wok to fry out the fat, then set it aside for later use. There's quite a lot of lard here. I can save some for noodles and stir-fried greens tomorrow. Liang He found a ceramic jar and poured the extra lard into it. Only a little bit of oil was left in the wok. He then added rock sugar, fry it to make caramel, then added the pork belly. The dark gold tiger smelled the fragrance from far away. He'd already finished his whole big basin of meat and was now squatting beside Liang He expectantly, watching him rest his big head lightly on his paws, his golden pupils filled with curiosity and anticipation. Liang He gently stroked his fur. Then he noticed the wounds on his body. He really did get hurt. Liang He checked carefully and found that yesterday's wounds had reopened. He sighed helplessly, shook his head, and stood up to get the first aid kit. Cyan Falcon, come over here too. I need to check your wounds too. As a keeper, Liang He is actually quite competent. He carefully dressed the wounds of the tiger and the falcon. By the time he finished patching them up, the braised pork was also done stewing. The black gold king tiger isn't a fan of this stuff at all. Good thing Liang, he's a really good cook. The braised pork tasted absolutely amazing. Everyone was pretty satisfied with the dinner. Full and content, Liang He lay on the big bed in the treatment room, gazing up at the starry sky through the window. The window glass reflected the figures of the man, tiger, and falcon, all squished together on the bed. He silently complained to himself, I think this bed could be a little bigger. It's not like he's being dramatic. The black gold king tiger alone takes up 2/3 of the bed. As for the azure falcon, it can only pitifully rest its claws on the bedhead. The whole bird is perched right on top of the headboard. As for Liang He himself, even though the remaining third is enough for him to sleep on, he either has to sleep right under the azure falcon, or he has to just watch the azure falcon, squatting miserably on the headboard. There's no way he can sleep peacefully like this. Fine, I'll just sleep on the floor. Liang He sighed deeply and dragged his pillow and quilt onto the floor, then plopped down carelessly on it. When they saw he wasn't sleeping on the bed, the black gold king tiger and the azure falcon also got off the bed. They just wanted to stick close to Liang He and sleep with him. The tiger rumbled as it wrapped Liang He in its arms. The black gold king tiger, won over by his cat-petting skills, was purring contentedly. The azure falcon was so jealous when it saw this. It copied the tiger and wrapped Liang He under its wings. So hot. Wrapped by both of them, Liang He didn't even need a quilt. I can't take this anymore. When he couldn't stand the heat any longer, he sat up abruptly and threw the quilt and pillow right back onto the bed, then went right back into the embrace of the tiger and falcon. Pressed against the cool floor, he finally got a good night's sleep. Liang He was woken up by the black gold king tiger licking his hair. Yesterday, the hair he saved from the azure falcon's beak, after so much trouble, was almost ripped out by this guy again. He opened his eyes groggily. A huge tiger head filled his entire field of vision. He couldn't see anything else at all. The big tiger blinked pitifully, its tail hanging listlessly on the ground. The azure falcon next to it started flapping its wings, chirping sharply, as if it was mocking the tiger. Annoyed to death, the black gold king tiger turned around and roared at the azure falcon. Liang He almost thought there was an earthquake. All right. Be good, don't be mad, okay? The azure falcon didn't mean any harm. Settling fights between these two big guys first thing in the morning, Liang He sighed deeply again. They say when kids don't get along, it's mostly the parents' fault. He can't be a lousy keeper now, can he? Azure Falcon, you be good too. Wouldn't it be nice to be friends with the black gold king tiger? You two looked so cool fighting together yesterday. Speaking of yesterday's fight, Liang He suddenly remembered he forgot to record it. But there are ferocious beasts in the footage anyway. They probably wouldn't let him post it on the new internet. Since he wants them to get along well, Liang He thinks a common enemy would be a pretty good idea. But given the reserve's capabilities, there probably won't be any more ferocious beasts showing up. He needs to think of a new plan. Got it, Black Gold King Tiger, Azure Falcon. Let's go hunting together. I'm so hungry, I'm literally starving. Liang He pretended to be super hungry. The Black Gold King Tiger and the Azure Falcon got scared and rushed over, sniffing him to make sure he was okay. That's right. I think the Black Gold King Tiger and the Azure Falcon are actually more like the ones raising this blue star human Liang He, like a fragile little pet. Liang He brought the tiger and falcon to run through the mountains. The Azure Falcon is mainly in charge of spotting prey, while the Black Gold King Tiger acts as the main force. As for Liang He, he's obviously just hanging around and recording their cool moments on the side. Liang He kept praising them nonstop. Even though the Black Gold King Tiger and the Azure Falcon are fierce beasts, that can't understand what he's saying. Fierce beasts are very sensitive to emotions, so they worked even harder. Until Liang He was fully satisfied with the footage he took. The Black Gold King Tiger also landed the final fatal blow on the prey, successfully taking it down. The regular animals in the reserve are also graded protected animals. The Black Gold King Tiger and the Azure Falcon can eat them, but Liang He can't. After all, they are part of the food chain, but Liang He can't destroy this food chain. Azure Falcon, is this fish you prepared for me? Just as Liang He was wondering what other food was available at the service area, the Azure Falcon actually caught for him from the river a few big fish. That instantly solved his lunch problem. You're so awesome. Love you. Seeing the scheming Azure Falcon steal his thunder, the Black Gold King Tiger roared twice in annoyance. turned around to catch more fish for Liang He from the river. Whoa, black gold king tiger. Your wound hasn't healed yet. You can't get it wet at all. All right, when your wound heals, I'll only eat prey you bring back. Okay, after a lot of coaxing, Liang He finally calmed the big tiger down and tiredly wiped the sweat off his forehead. Coaxing beasts is both skilled work and manual labor, geez. Elamao. Since when is the commander this good at sweet-talking girls? He's even playing little tricks now. How did we never notice this before? That Lord Azure Falcon is this scheming. The Marshal is so unlucky. His EQ got totally crushed again. Probably because of their beast form. After all, no one dares get close to them when they're in beast form. So of course no one noticed his little schemes. Central Control has been monitoring Liang He and the others' movements this whole time. So they see every single thing they do. The prey caught by the Black Gold King Tiger and Azure Falcon is huge. Too big to bring back. Liang He just processed them simply on the spot, planning to leave after they finish eating. At the same time, Liang He turned on his optical computer and created a new account on NewNet. What username should I pick? Liang He is terrible at coming up with names. He thought for ages, until the two beasts had already eaten over half their prey. Before he finally made up his mind, that's it, Furry Keeper, he acted right away. After confirming the username, Liang He sorted through the photos he took today, selected and edited them, then posted them on NewNet. The caption says, "First hunt of Black Gold King Tiger and Azure Falcon. Perfect cooperation." After confirming the upload was successful, the Black Gold King Tiger and Azure Falcon were also full. Liang He put the remaining fish at the back of the aircraft and headed back with the tiger and eagle. As for why he didn't ride the Azure Falcon, this flying mountebank, Liang He says his little heart can't handle that much excitement. Hey, Black Gold King Tiger, Azure Falcon. Look, on the way back, Ryoha made a detour to pick up the morning dew collector he left out last night. He shook the half-full bottle of morning dew and curled his lips in satisfaction, showing off his achievement to them. Wow, that's awesome. After safely escorting Liang He back to the service area, the Black Gold King Tiger and Azure Falcon glanced at each other, turned around and ran into the forest, and disappeared from sight. Interstellar technology is pretty advanced. It just sucks when it comes to food and drinks. Liang He has been eating nothing but meat these days, and it feels a bit too greasy. He's gonna make tea with the fresh morning dew to cut the grease. You're probably the only person who has time to think about food right now. Hearing a voice other than his own out of nowhere, Liang He was stunned for a second, looked up and saw Shu Yi, who smelled strongly of medicine. He came to deliver medicine. Shu Yi was being very careful. He peeked into the treatment room, making sure the two big shots who only listen to Liang He and don't care about anyone else weren't there. Then he sat down in a seat with relief. After all, the Black Gold King Tiger's wound hasn't healed yet. And now there's the Azure Falcon too. So Liang He probably won't go back to the main service area anytime soon. Dr. Shu, you're such a nice person. Without even waiting for Shu Yi to speak, Liang He ran straight to the aircraft and started counting what supplies were there and what delicious food he could make. Shu Yi, who was left standing there ignored, stared blankly at Liang, his fast disappearing figure, and couldn't help but sigh. No wonder he can tame ferocious beasts. His execution is top-notch. After quickly counting the supplies, he realized he alone probably can't move everything in such a short time. After all, he still has to make lunch. Shu Yi finally sighed helplessly and started helping carry things with the hands that usually hold scalpels. The supplies had just arrived at the central control room when Huo-an, who just happened to see this scene, narrowed his eyes slightly and pursed his lips tightly. No one knew what he was thinking. Shu Yi is being so attentive. He probably wants to ask Liang He to help control the Marshal and the others, so they'll cooperate with treatment. That makes sense. Dr. Shu always says his talents are being wasted. He probably wants to prove himself too. Talents being wasted? I doubt Dr. Shu said that. That's probably a new Blue Planet phrase you just learned, right? Haha, the colleagues were teasing. Neither Shu Yi nor Liang He heard any of this. After they finished moving everything, it's already noon. Given the hospitable nature of Planet Blue people, plus the previous promise, Shu Yi was naturally asked to stay for lunch. Actually, Shu Yi had been curious for a while if Planet Blue's food was really that tasty. Otherwise, after Huan ate it once, why would he keep saying nutrient paste? Was too disgusting to swallow every time he had it. Luckily, the Azure Falcon is super capable. It caught a few big fish, Otherwise, we wouldn't know what to eat for lunch. As an azure falcon, its hunting skills are absolutely top tier. Also, it probably saw the chicken the black gold king tiger brought, rabbit and other stuff. So its little brain started working and found a different way to bring Liang He a few big fish. Dr. Zhu, let's make fish tofu soup for lunch. Braised fish roe and chopped pepper fish head. Liang He cleaned up the few big fish and found a lot of fish roe in their bellies. That's enough for a whole dish. Plus the chopped pepper I specially brought from Planet Blue. We can make the fish head dish with that and use the rest of the fish meat to make soup. It's definitely going to be super fresh. I also found edible wild vegetables nearby earlier. Dr. Shu, can you go pick some for me? As a Planet Blue person, we value a balanced diet of meat and veggies. If I only eat meat all the time, I really can't stand it. Sure, tell me where they are and what they look like. Just hearing the names of these dishes, Shu Yi was already unconsciously swallowing his saliva. He was getting more and more excited for today's lunch. Liu He told Shu Yi the location and appearance of the wild vegetables. To avoid him picking the wrong ones, he even sent him a photo specially that he took earlier with his optical brain. Looking at the photo, Shu Yi felt pretty confident and went to work right away. Meanwhile, Liang He started processing the fish meat. No one knew where the black gold king tiger and azure falcon went again. Their wounds haven't even healed yet. Liang He was like a worried mom, muttering about the kids who went out to play, but his chopping movements didn't slow down one bit. Speak of the devil, the black gold king tiger and azure falcon popped out from nowhere all of a sudden. They immediately took the spots on either side of Liang He and started competing for his affection again. Liang He took out the pre-prepared fruit and veggie plate from the house, one plate for each of them. When Shu Yi came back with a full basket, he saw two satiated, ferocious beasts guarding Liang He while he was cooking. The scene looked so peaceful and pleasant, but he wasn't feeling that great at all. Seeing Shu Yi hesitating and not daring to come closer, Liang He remembered the time the black gold king tiger ambushed him before and knew he wasn't liked by fierce beasts. Don't worry, Dr. Shu. They won't attack you. Liang He put the lid on the fish soup pot and patted the heads of the black gold king tiger and the azure falcon and softly told them not to hurt Shu Yi. Oh, okay, that makes me feel better. All right, have a bowl of fish soup to calm your nerves. Liang He reached out his hand and handed Shu Yi a bowl of freshly made fish tofu soup. The milky white fish soup, mixed with the fresh scent of tofu, plus the wild vegetables he picked himself, made Shu Yi's mouth water nonstop. He took it immediately. Once Shu Yi calmed down, he finally learned to sip the soup slowly. This time he could finally properly taste the delicious food from Planet Blue. This fish soup is so good. I don't even know how to describe this feeling. It's just super, super fresh. We call this umami on Planet Blue. Oh, so this is umami. Shu Yi didn't hesitate to praise Liang. He's cooking skills. When the fish soup cooled down to a good temperature, he started slurping it down loudly and didn't even leave any bits behind. This is so delicious. I want another bowl, please. As someone who cooks, seeing a diner look super satisfied and want more food is definitely the best compliment you can get. Liang He definitely didn't mind at all. Go ahead and try these. The braised fish roe and chopped pepper fish head I made. Liang He didn't know how well interstellar people can handle spicy food, so he put as little chili as possible. He let Shu Yi try the slightly spicy braised fish roe first. Whoa, what's this flavor? Shu Yi felt the tip of his tongue have a slight burning sensation. It wasn't uncomfortable, just really exciting. Shu Yi kept eating like crazy and felt like his whole mouth was on fire. It was burning hot, but he didn't want to put down the spoon in his hand. After all, he still couldn't use the trickier chopsticks yet. Seeing Shu Yi eating so much that his head was covered in sweat, Liang He was a bit scared to let him try the chopped pepperfish head. He was afraid he'd mess up his agent Shu Yi's stomach. But Shu Yi was having a great time eating, and his spoon was already heading for the chopped pepperfish head. Liang He didn't have time to warn him. I saw him scoop a whole spoonful of fish meat and chopped chili and shove it all into his mouth. The spice hit him right away. I'm already too spicy to say a single word. Shu Yi had to put down his bowl, pointed at his mouth, and fanned it nonstop. Whoa, you got burned by the spice, huh? Hurry up and drink some water. Spicy? You call this spicy? While Shu Yi was processing this new sensation, he chugged water like crazy to ease the burn. Looking at him acting like he was on fire, the colleagues in the control room were both nervous and curious. He looks obviously so uncomfortable. Why does he keep eating then? He keeps yelling that it's delicious too. but his whole face is bright red from eating. Wait, is he blushing or something? What does spicy even feel like? I've never tried it before either. I'm so curious. Why is he sweating all over his head? Everyone was still wondering how good Lanshin's food is, and what eating spicy food tastes like. A new trend already blew up on Newnet. The Newnet account named Fluffy Keeper didn't have many followers at first. But even in the interstellar era, humans have zero resistance to cute animals. So netizens who often browse animal content naturally got this account pushed by the algorithm. Dark Gold Tiger, Azure Falcon, Lika is a well-known blogger who loves nature and likes interacting with all kinds of wild animals. Today he was scrolling Newnet as usual, hoping to find some interesting pictures and videos for his blog post of the day. Then out of nowhere, he got drawn to the words Dark Gold Tiger and Azure Falcon. Lika, is there something wrong with this picture? Lika's assistant saw him staring at the picture the whole time and assumed something was off. As an animal protection advocate, Lika also uses his influence to publicly call out people who abuse animals so as to achieve the goal of protecting animals. I don't know. A confused Lika frowned slightly, staring intently at the screen. Dark Gold Tiger and Azure Falcon are first-class protected animals of the Federation. There's nothing wrong with the picture itself. But isn't no problem a good thing? The assistant was also confused by his reaction. But if you compare them with their prey, these two Dark Gold Tiger and Azure Falcon are obviously more than twice the normal size. The Dark Gold Tiger and Azure Falcon in this picture have obviously wrong proportions. The blogger must have edited the picture on purpose, right? I knew there's no way these two would hunt together. Turns out it's all fake. Avoid this account, guys. Editing pics for jokes is fine. But this guy is clearly faking content for attention. Don't let him get what he wants. Netizens all demanded one after another that Fluffy Keeper delete this set of pictures immediately and asked the official to ban his account. To stop people from profiting improperly like this, because the Interstellar Federation takes intellectual property very seriously. Even if you just download a picture online, you still have to pay Fedcoin for it. There's no way to get free stuff. That's totally impossible. Liang He, who had no idea he was already labeled as a faker and blacklisted by netizens, was still carefree hanging out with the Dark Gold Tiger and Azure Falcon enjoying the afternoon sun. Chu Yi, who just finished washing all the dishes, was planning to say goodbye to Liang He when he asked Liang He, "Did you create an account on Newnet?" and posted pictures of Dark Gold Tiger and Azure Falcon. Yeah, not sure why Zhu Yi asked that suddenly. Liang He, who realized what was going on, sat up right away and looked at him nervously. I reported this to District Chief Huo beforehand. He agreed to it. I didn't break any rules, right? No. It's not about breaking rules. No, you didn't break any rules. Xu Yi, who was almost confused by Liang He, finally remembered what he came to say. The thing is, Dark Gold Tiger and Azure Falcon are different from other members of their species. They are much bigger in size. So netizens think you faked the pics to get attention and scam money. Because of Liang He's special situation, to keep him from being afraid of SSS-class orcs in beast form, developing a fear of them. So Huoan gave an order that no one is allowed to proactively mention the existence of SSS-class orcs to him, so Shuyi couldn't say it clearly either. Luckily, Liang He came from Blue Star and doesn't know much about interstellar stuff, so it was easy to brush it off. Liang He sighed softly. From his past experience with the internet on Blue Star, he didn't even dare to imagine how many people were cursing him out online. It was also Shuyi's first time encountering this kind of situation. The main issue is Liang He didn't check Newnet updates in time. Netizens saw that he never replied or did anything, and thought he was intentionally avoiding them and ignoring their demands, so naturally they got angrier and angrier. Liang He sighed, glad he had prepared a backup plan earlier, quickly took out his optical computer, and pulled up the video just uploaded from his filming device. He didn't dare to do any fine editing at this point, for fear that people would accuse him of faking content, so he just a relatively less gory clip and uploaded it directly. Since Liang He never came forward to respond and resolve the issue, the trending topic about the Fluffy Keeper was pushed straight to the top 3 of New Web and was on track to hit the #1 spot. He finally released his latest update at this moment, which made the netizens waiting to judge him perk up immediately, ready to see what tricks he was up to this time.